What's up, everybody? Hey, Tony, how's it going, man? Hey, Danny. Let's use this stand, and let's use the red stand. Let's go a little patriotic. Let's try to go red, white, and blue here as we start to lean into 4th of July week. Stick to the red and blue stands for a little bit. I got the other blue stand I'll rotate. I'll rotate in and out too. We'll go a little patriotic for the next couple weeks. All right. Just getting stuff situated. Alrighty. So here is our owner list for tonight for select. Got a few drivers in the filler, and we did this in 2 groups for the filler. So the unclaimed drivers down to the line go to first place. And then starting with Jeb and Jeff Burton all the way down to the end there with Tony, goes to second place. So split it up into 2 groups. Still missing payments from Paul Wolf and JJ, but I sent those guys messages. I'm sure there won't be any. Issue. Never is with those guys. All right. And then here is our duck race lineup, 1 through 26. We got John at the top and Anthony at the bottom. So good luck to everybody in the duck race. We got 26 spots. So let's do that. Set it, and forget it. Shuffle them one time. Let me point you guys to where you can see a tad better. That's probably a little bit better. Good luck, everybody. That's pretty loud. I don't remember turning it up, but that's pretty loud. I guess you guys can hear it okay. Some of us are lonely and enjoy... I doubt that's the case, Larry. funny, but I doubt that's the case. Goodness. We got the unicorn duck making a move, and the plain duck. Oh, snow winter hat duck. Winter hat duck made a move too. Here we go. So duck 19 and duck 16. So number 19 is Anthony Hawley, and 16 is Brian Jacobs for second place. Anthony Hawley. So Anthony Hawley will get the first half of the alphabet all the way down to Denny Hamlin. And then Brian Jacobs will pick up with Jeb and Jeff Burton and then continue on down through the rest of those drivers. So congrats to you guys, and thanks to everybody else who participated and helped fill that. Certainly a massive help. Yeah, by one, right? Yeah. All right. Get some gloves on, and we'll be ready to rock and roll with this thing. Oh, let me stand that up just a touch. All right, good luck, everybody. Let's do this. 4 boxes, 2024 Select. I did have something I wanted to talk about, and I'm curious to get your guys' feedback. I don't know if anybody else has heard this yet, or if I'm the one that's breaking this news, but I did bring something to talk about tonight that I think some people will have an opinion on. So let's get started. Well, we probably ought to wait because we're going to start out with a zebra right off the bat. So let's save the story for a minute and get straight to our zebra. Ryan Preece in the filler. So a zebra print, Ryan Preece goes through the filler to Brian Jacobs right off the bat. Congrats, Brian. That's awesome. That's a way to make the system work for you. Nicely done. Well done, Brian. Congrats, man. That doesn't suck at all. First pack, right out of the gate. Nobody took Ryan Preece. There's a bunch of really good drivers that didn't get taken tonight, though. Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, Davey Allison, Ryan Preece, Tony Stewart, Ryan Newman. Some really good names that got unclaimed. So, anyhow, so the news that I wanted to mention to everybody, and just, like I said, I'm sure that there's going to be some pretty strong opinions on this, is with Donruss this year, as it's getting ready to come out, blue Joey Logano goes to Chris Bonnet. I guess we'll wait because I got another big card right after this. I'm trying to get into my story, and apparently Panini doesn't want me to tell it. 54/01/75, Joey Logano for Chris Bonnet. And then we got 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. Jimmy Johnson. Oh, that's nice. Gold patch auto. JJ. Going to J.R. Tipple. We kind of started breaking J.R. out of his slump the other night, and I think he's now maybe officially on a little bit of a heater. Congrats, JR. Wowza. I think this is Panini's way of trying to tell me they don't want me to tell this story. Lord have mercy. First 2 packs. Wow. Nice hit, JR. That's a beauty. Nice 3-color patch. I mean, that's got everything going for it. All right, so what I'm trying to tell you guys about Donruss, and I'll just get straight to the point. There will be relics, memorabilia that is not race used in Donruss this year. I don't know if you guys have heard that yet or if I'm the first one to tell you, but I am bringing it to the table now because I just found out. But there will be relics that will not be race used in Donruss. Now, let me explain a little bit because there's a kind of a but to that. Silver Andres Perez. I'm told that the non-race used stuff will be mostly retail. So most of the non-used or non-race used stuff will be retail. So you're looking at blasters and mega boxes typically for those. Not going to be much non-race used in hobby boxes at all. And here's where I'm going to be curious to hear some opinions. Silver Justin Haley. I'm told that the non-race used stuff, they have made a specific effort to make those patches be more desirable patches. They're not, generally speaking, not going to be plain Jane. Like, they should be more along the lines of this type of a patch. You know what I mean? At least they're going to have some coloring or something a little bit special to go along with it. Instead of just being a plain patch. So, I don't know quite how I feel about it, other than it's how every other sport is. So, you know, it is what it is. I think everybody that's been around for a little bit probably saw this on the writing on the wall at some point. 60149 Sam Mayer red. Going to Sea Salt. I certainly don't love the fact so the explanation that I was given, Chris, because Chris Bonnet just said, why would they do that? They're going back to their old ways like other sports they do. So the explanation that I was given, and this comes directly from a Panini representative. The explanation that I was given was that specifically sheet metal and fire suits are becoming much more difficult for them to get from the teams than it had been. And so what they are trying to do is they're trying to save the quote race used. They're trying to save that stuff for the better products, which in their eyes are going to be select and national treasures. So when you open a box of national treasures and you get a relic, even if it's a basic relic, it's going to be a race used relic. So they're trying to do that. But the explanation basically was that they are running out of stuff that they can obtain. 98 of 125, AJ Allmendinger going to Scott, which I've always sort of wondered how difficult it is for them to get stuff because, you know, fire suits aren't cheap. And sheet metal can be sold to fans you know, you could buy a door panel. They could sell a door panel for a lot of money versus selling it to Panini for probably far less. Lime green, Danica Patrick. Going to Brian Jacobs. Like, I know dirt late model door panels that sell for $500 and sprint car wing boards that sell for $500 and $600 to fans. So, if it's, Chris just said, if it's not race used, what is it? I don't have an answer to that, Chris. Don't know. Just like all the other sports, don't know. I don't know if it's something that, you know, maybe they, I don't even know. I have no idea. I don't know if it's just a fabricate, you know, like a piece of a shirt, something that's been made. I have no idea, to be honest with you. Tricolor William Sawalich goes to Sea Salt. And that's why I said I think there's going to be some strong opinions on it. I personally think that was one thing that they really should have tried to stick to. And do they just have a replica fire suit they put on and take off in 30 seconds and say it's worn? Well, you still wouldn't. I don't even know that it's. I don't even know that it's worn at all, Chris. I don't know. It could be something that they've used for promotional stuff. And again, I don't know that there's any guarantee that it's ever been worn by the person at all. I just don't have an answer to that, unfortunately. Red Austin Hill. 7/25. Tie-dye Kyle Petty. Legendary signatures. Going to Jake. This was one heck of a nice box. Very nice. Austin Hill is going to go to Tony Jordan. 95/149. So, yeah, I don't know. And I will say, just to add some more substance to this whole race-used memorabilia conversation, the Panini rep, I did hear him say that if this is not well received, they did say that if it's not well received and that they see people are really, really negative about the race used stuff, then they'll, adjust and go away from it. But they're trying it this year because it's becoming more difficult. And I'm sure money is an issue, right? So I'm just the messenger. I'm not happy about it either. You know what I mean? But I don't buy products for the relics. So to me, personally, it doesn't make a huge difference to me. Ty Dillon goes to Johnny Hinton, 15/199, and here's what I'll say. Because you guys know I'm a Donruss fanboy, and I make no bones about that. 75/99, Daniel Hemrick, the fire suit patch auto. So we got 3 autos in that box too. 2 patch autos and 1 regular auto. That is one heck of a good box, because we're supposed to get 1 relic and 2 autos. That's a heck of a box. So we ended up with 3, like I said, 3 total autos, 2 patch autos, plus the zebra. We still have 2 packs to open. But for me, I don't really care about the relics too much. Just as a collector, Like I like short printed stuff, and I like patches that are cool looking, especially if they're a jumbo patch. So like they did say, like all the big patches, like for booklets, and that'll all still be race used. Chase Briscoe tricolor goes to Kenny Torrey. But I personally, like when I open a box of Select, the fact that the patch is race used or not doesn't really, the patch is irrelevant to me. You know what I mean? Like if I open a box of Select, I'm looking for the autographs, or I'm looking for a zebra print, or I'm looking for, you know, whatever thing that I can find that might be short printed. But the regular relics just don't have a lot of bearing, and especially when you start thinking about Donruss, because this is only Donruss right now, what they've explained to me. When I think about Donruss, I think about a lot of tire relics, and if I'm being quite honest, I'd rather have a cool-looking patch that maybe has three colors, but maybe isn't race used, versus a plain tire that was race used. Because the tires, to me, do get kind of boring after a while. 118 of 175, blue, Martin Truex Jr. Going to Nate. So, and that's just me speaking about what I like. And I know everybody's different, you know. Red, Taylor Gray. Going to Tim Mace. So 70 and 99, Taylor Gray. But like I said, I just wanted to, you know, bring that information to everybody and let you guys know what was going on. If it has the lettering, yeah, exactly. It's cool when they have the lettering for sure. When you can see that yellow and black, or if it's a special tire and they got a different color, then it's cool for sure. Empty box. Steven said, personally, for myself, I like short prints and autographs. Could care less about relics. Yeah, exactly, Steven. That's kind of the boat. I think we're in the same boat swimming together, or rowing together. I just, and again, knowing that they said that, you know, the nicer stuff like National Treasures will still be race used, Select relics will still be race used, Prism doesn't have relics, so, and I'm sure this new product, this 4 wide, or Turn 4, or whatever that is going to be called, will probably be race used, because I think it's going to be a mid to high end product. Silver Raja. So anyway, I think Donruss is the only product, and I really just wanted to talk about it because with the new release coming out, you guys are going to start seeing retail boxes, you know, at Target and Walmart and Meijer and wherever else you buy your cards at. And I wanted to try to let people know what was up before you go out and buy blasters or mega boxes or whatever. So, White Select, Corey LaJoy. Going to JR. Do less relics. Yeah, Kenny, I agree with Kenny. I have been a big proponent of that thinking. 22 and 99. Corey LaJoy going to JR. Kenny said do less and then they're worth more. And I agree with that too. To an extent. You know, I've been barking about them cutting down on how many cards you get from Donruss and Prism for a while, because I think you get too many base cards. And building a set's been too easy. And they finally this year have cut down the amount of base cards you get for Donruss, which I am all for. in order to make set building mean something, you have to have less. So, Kyle Petty. Going to go to Jake. Sensations card. I guess I'm not sure what Sensations card you're asking about. Sarah says doesn't matter to her. She likes short prints too. Parker Retzlaff, blue. Going to Sea Salt. 16 out of 175. And we got a redemption. Trackside Action Signatures purple. Martin Truex Jr. That'll go to Nate. On the redemption for Martin Truex Jr. Hopefully that gets fulfilled, because that's a good auto. Silver Tyler Reddick going to Steve. And Fuego tie-dye Joey Logano going to Chris Bonnet. 12 of 25 on the Joey. That's sharp. These tie-dye and Fuegos are really, really nice looking. Nice one. C. Bell. Oh, okay. Waltrip. Justin Haley. We got gold. Josh Williams on the gold. And Josh Williams was unclaimed, goes through the filler to Brian Jacobs. So not only has Brian hit the zebra Ryan Preece, but now he's hit the gold Josh Williams in the filler. That's why I always try to encourage folks to just take a flyer on a driver that maybe you don't PC. Maybe you get lucky and get something cool that you can trade for something in your PC, you know. 8 of 10, Josh Williams. That's nice. Let's swap that out for the Preece, and we'll have an all gold lineup there. You know, I think with cards in general, in our sport though, at some point we have to allow the needle. I've been saying this for a couple of years now. At some point, we have to allow, as a community, we have to allow the needle to start to move a little bit. 85 and 99, Jake Garcia, blue rookie auto. Going to Sea Salt. And what I mean by that is we have to allow the price of singles to go up some. Doesn't have to go up a lot. If just using this card as an example, if this is say this is a $10 card to you, in your opinion or my opinion or anybody's, over time we have to allow this to be viewed as more of a $12 card. That's what I mean by allow the needle to move. Or like the Jimmy Johnson. Maybe in somebody's eyes, the Jimmy Johnson is worth $100. Well, then we need to allow that needle to slowly move to 120, you know? I'm not talking about prices doubling, but that's how your collection and what we have in our possession becomes more valuable as the prices and selling prices go up. 83 of 149, red, Michael Waltrip. Going to Johnny. There's Johnny. Corey LaJoy, blue. Going to JR. 126 of 175. Seems like it's going the other way. Oh, really? I haven't picked up on that, Steven. I don't feel like it's going the other way. Especially not when I see some of the prices for some of these young guys like SVG and Raja and some of their stuff selling for really strong money compared to some rookies that we've seen in past years. 20 of 25, Davey Allison. That's cool. And this is one of those examples where being race used is really cool because it's Davey Allison. Davey Allison, tie-dye. And Davey Allison went unclaimed too. Can you believe it? That's going to go to Anthony Hawley. That's really cool. Nice hit, Anthony. Out of 25. I might disagree there, Stephen, on the price. I don't think I've experienced that or noticed that. I do the mail sales every month, and I certainly haven't noticed people being afraid to buy at a certain price or what I think is a fair price. Or Eric Jones, tricolor, going to Will. But you might have had a different experience than me. I noticed in that last pack, and I just noticed on this one too, there's been some glue. There's like a piece of glue on this BK card. Red, SVG rookie. Going to Sarah. This is what I mean. Most drivers, in previous years, most drivers, their rookie card that's going to be a red parallel to 149 is going to be worth, $3 to $5, $6, maybe $8. I bet you this one's worth more than that. And it's just kind of the shift, I think. So, of course, SVG's got a broader audience than others. But like I said, there's even Raja. Raja's not from another country. He's not an established name. And even Raja Caruth stuff has done really well. And Carson Hocevar and Jesse Love and Sensations Red, Thad Moffitt, 23 of 99. That's going to go through the filler to Brian. So, I don't know. Purple Matt Kenseth going to Andy. $40 out of 75. Like the purple. And Fuego Ross Chastain, Todd Gilliland. I did hear through, most people know who Misha is. He's the Panini NASCAR guy. Not somebody that I've always gotten along with, and not somebody that I don't have any communication with him at all, but wanted to just mention, these are the trackside set. These are the higher numbered, over 200 trackside. He did give a little bit of clarification on how those are going to work for this year's select, and they will be tougher to pull. There's 3 different tiers in select for 2025, and each tier is going to be more difficult as you go up in the base set. So I do appreciate that explanation from them, and I think that does make it interesting when those come out. Jake Garcia going to Sea Salt with the Carolina Blue. 81 of 199. Lane Riggs and Terry Labonte. Dale Jr. Relic auto for like $20. Oh my, yeah, that's giving it away. That's giving it away for sure. Chasing Butterbean and Priest. Oh yeah. I'm sure Butterbean will be a fun chase for people that are familiar. I'm not super familiar. Just full disclosure, not very familiar. But through you guys, I've heard that enough that I'm very aware that he's going to be a good chase. So, all right, box 3. Daniel Dye, Lawless Allen, tricolor Jeff Gordon. The other thing that there was a couple other talking points that was discussed recently that I thought I would at least bring to the table for discussion is the Dale Sr. being included in cards was brought up, and it sounds like, again, that is something that they are trying to do, but they just haven't been successful at making it happen yet. And of course, as with anything, I'm sure there's money involved, and we all know Teresa is probably, although somebody said that they heard that maybe Dale Jr. and their side and Teresa maybe are trying to mend some fences, so to speak. Silver Richard Petty going to Brian. But anyway, it's an ongoing fluid situation that they're trying to get Dale Sr. available. And the one Panini rep did say, which I found this really interesting, the one Panini rep did say that they have, you guys will think this is nuts. He did say that they have race-used mem for Dale Sr. in their possession and ready to go for relics. And they also have cut autos of Dale Sr. in their possession. And he said if they get the go-ahead and they are able to do it, one of the things that he wants to see done is he wants to see a dual autograph that would have a cut signature from Dale Sr. and a live signature from Dale Jr. on the same card. And you talk about something that would just blow up. That would be wild, in my opinion. That would send everybody going crazy in my little head. That's ridiculous in my eyes. So if they could ever get that done, my goodness. And if they have some cut, I don't know that they would need to put more than, one cut auto in a product. Make it just a one-off, in each product for a little while, so you don't dilute it, That would be wild to chase, though. Orange Ross Chastain going to Troy. 14/49. It's a bit of a color match, too, with the Kubota colors. So just thinking about Panini and all things related to Panini, it got my wheels spinning. They could have Dale Sr. and Richard Childress also. Yeah, that's a great point, Stephen. That would be another really big one if they could do that. Well, you could have, and in the same breath, since you're brainstorming, you could have Dale Sr. and Richard Petty and Jimmy Johnson. Imagine a card where maybe a booklet, maybe a tri-booklet even, I don't know. But imagine a card where you have all 3 7-time champions autographs. That would be wild. 55/199, Casey Kane going to Billy Joe. Yeah, there's so many things they could do. But just imagine, if you will, a gold select Dale Sr. numbered to 10. That would be a big card in its own right. Just forget the autographs and the mem completely. Just to have, like they did with Kowicki and Davey, if we could have just cards, a gold, a black, a zebra, a downtown, a Dale Earnhardt downtown, just the basic cards would be just absolutely killer, in my opinion. Amarola Silver goes to Will. Eckes and Burton. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's kind of a fluid situation. I've known for probably at least a year and a half that they've been working on that. And I'm told they're continuing to work on it. So hopefully that's just something that they just keep working towards. Tony B. Blue Carson Hocevar. And then we got a Sparks Tanner Gray with the fire suit going to Tim Mays. Donruss Slingshot. Yeah, I mean, you could just, you can let your imagination run wild on, cool things that they can do, for sure. Blue Carson Hocevar going to Sea Salt. 15/175. Pardon me. It's 11/11. For those of you that want to make a wish, it is 11/11. Boyer and Jeb Burton tie-dye. This will be the third nice card going to the filler. And Brian Jacobs, tie-dye, 7/25. Going to Brian. Then we got, oh, I like this picture a lot. C. Bell, Sights of Victory. Goes to JJ. $39/49. Ty Gibbs. Wobble. And we got a purple Haley Deegan. Going to Tim Mays. 2/75. David Starr, rookie auto. That's going to go through the filler to Anthony Hawley. Anthony Hawley. I did want to say a big thank you again to everybody for the help with shipping. I know I made the post yesterday and had a whole bunch of people pay for shipping, and I got, I think it was 31 packages out today, and I've got another, I don't know, at least 6 or 7 to go out tomorrow. And I really appreciate that because, like I said, I just needed to clear some space out with Donruss coming out, knowing that it's a lot of base cards and it's going to take a little bit of space as they build up. I just needed to clear some room, and so that was a huge, huge help. So thanks to everybody. White Clint Boyer. Ooh, this is going to be nice. 66/99, the same number, both directions. This is the only one like that. You can call this an eBay 101. SVG. Blue rookie auto. Going to Sarah. Nice hit, Sarah. That doesn't suck. No, it doesn't. Not at all. Congrats. Let's put the white Boyer away. That's going to go to Jake. $54.99. Probably between boxes, I'm going to have to open some more top loads. We're running low. Bubba. Jeb Burton. Tricolor BK. Another one through the filler to Anthony. Josh Berry. And Dale Jr. What do you guys think? I've been saying this for a little while, and I'm told by some that I'm crazy, and the guy from Panini, Misha, is one of them. I submitted this question quite a while ago, and he kind of acted like I was nuts. Red Christopher Bell going to JJ, but what do you guys think about having autographs of the TV personalities in products, or just cards in general of the broadcasters? 116/125, Christopher Bell. Like me personally, I would love to have stuff of all of them. I think it would be cool. When you compare that to some of the other people that are included in the product, sometimes it might be even better. I don't know. Mike Joy auto. Yeah, Mike Joy is certainly at the top of my list. And like you think about the Amazon Prime broadcast team, we already have a lot of those people in products, right? Like we already have Dale Jr., we already have Carl Edwards, we have Corey LaJoy, Steve Letarte would be cool to have in there. I forget what her name is. I know I follow her on X, but the female reporter that was on Amazon at the desk doing the post-race and pre-race and stuff. I thought she did an excellent job. It'd be cool to see her in the product. There's just so many people that you could think of that would be fun to see included, I think. Dale Jarrett tricolor. Going to Jared Roberts. Like I have a Dick Bergeron autograph from one of the older sets, and I think it's super cool. It's doesn't really fit into any of my PC stuff, but I kept it because I just thought it was cool. Die. Connor Mozak, blue. Going to Joe. $14 out of $175. Then we got a red and fuego Corey Heim. Going to Sea Salt. So yeah, 95 and 99. It's just got my wheels turning with all kinds of stuff. But I think the more that we, as a community, the more that we, post things on Panini's social media or send messages, leave comments, the more we engage and talk about it and tell them what we want, then the more likely we are to get what we want. Kenny says he has a Ken Squire. Oh, that's very cool. Dave Despain bobblehead, yeah. Yep. Well, I'm thinking of, they call him the Postman. I know you guys know who I'm. Steve Post. Is it Steve Post? He does MRN radio. Ryan Preece, orange. Through the filler to Brian. 22 of 49. But any of those, even the NASCAR, I know I'm thinking of some of the other TV personalities now, like Caitlin Vincey. Everybody loves the girls on the cards, so I'm thinking of them specifically, I guess, for that reason. But all these different personalities, I think it'd be cool to see them in a set, have their own stuff. Brad Keselowski. That's going to be a trackside tie-dye BK. That's another nice one. 24 of 25. Going through the filler to Anthony Hawley. Another nice one. I believe that's our fourth tie-dye. We've had 4 tie-dyes, 2 golds, and a zebra. MJ car owner auto. Oh yeah, I don't see that ever happening. I don't see them ever getting MJ license because of his. I think he basically has a lifelong deal with Upper Deck, so I don't think he'll ever have anything other than Upper Deck branded stuff. Tyler Ankrum, silver for Johnny. But I wish we could. I wish they could at least just do cards of him. Even if you can't get the autos, it'd be cool if they could get the ability to do the cards, but I don't know if they can even do that with his Upper Deck situation. Kevin Harvick, blue. Going to go to Victor. 175 of 175 on the bookend. And then we got a purple Jesse Love auto. It's just a love machine. That's going to go to Sea Salt. Nice hit, Sea Salt. Another nice auto. Jesse Love auto, SVG auto. 9 of 49. Oh, that's true. That is true, Stephen. I forgot that they do have a deal with Upper Deck. I wonder how that's going to work for them. Because I think under the NASCAR license, I think they're obligated to be able to produce cards. They don't have to get autographs, but they're obligated to be able to produce cards of those drivers. Even if they are signed with another company or sponsored by another company. But I wonder how that's going to work as things go forward. That's an interesting point you make, and something that will be fun to see what happens. Martin Truex Jr. red, going to Nate. I wonder if they do something with like the Goodwin product. 12 of 125 on Truex. You know, where maybe they start to include some of those guys in those because it's a, quote, unlicensed. That's interesting. Hadn't given that any thought until you brought it up. Good point. White Hocevar. Going to Sea Salt. $82 of 99. Down Chandler Smith. Yeah, it'll be interesting, I guess, to see what develops there. DW slamming Sammy Smith. Silver Michael McDowell. Goes to Tim Mays. Bowman, DW. 3 packs left. I missed opening Select, man. Select's a good product. And we've graded a good bit of Select cards and had really good results with Select as far as grading, too. Which our next submission is due Monday. So if you got anything, probably too late to ship, but if you hit anything in the break today or Saturday or Sunday, you're still welcome to submit any of those. Carolina Blue Ryan Newman. 110 of 199, and Newman's through the filler to Brian Jacobs. And then we got Clint Boyer, race used tire. Going to Jake. Yeah, Alfredo. Don't forget, Saturday night. Saturday night's not our typical night to do card breaks, but Saturday night, because the race is Atlanta and it's a night race, we will do a break Saturday night. It will be Prism. I think I have that set up to post at 6:30. Tricolor C Bell goes to JJ, and of course, the plan will be to break after the race. So it'll be kind of a late break because, you know, it's a night race and it's probably not going to end till, I'm guessing, maybe 11 o'clock. So it's going to be a bit of a late break. And then kind of a shorter turnaround because I'll post our mixer on Sunday afternoon then too. And the Sunday mixer will be fun. It's going to be that trio of products from 18 and 19 that we break quite often, plus a Bad Monkey box. So Sunday's break should be pretty nice too. From the back, we got Richard Petty, red Chase Elliott, 5 of 25, handsome Harry Gant with the tie-dye legendary autograph going to Jake Levine. I should specify because we got a couple Jakes, I think, in the break. So I should specify Jake Levine. That's nice. Good, solid break. If I had opened those 4 boxes, I'd be tickled. I really would. Chase Elliott going to Paul. Yeah, lots of good color, lots of good variety. 104 or 149 for Chase. So, again, appreciate everybody's support. Like I said, definitely appreciate the support. Without you guys, I'm just some guy sitting in the basement doing this by myself with no friends. So I appreciate that you guys allow me to be part of your card collecting fun and hobby and all that. It really does mean a lot to me. So here's our recap. Tie-dye BK, tie-dye Jeb Burton, and tie-dye and Fuego Joey Logano. Those are all numbered to 25. Randoms for the in-season tournament will be tomorrow night, Chris. I don't have an exact time because I don't quite know what we're doing tomorrow night as a family, but it will be tomorrow night. I will post probably tomorrow when I know for sure, but it'll be tomorrow night. We're going to have that done tomorrow. We had Clint Boyer, Tanner Gray, and Davey Allison tie-dye fire suit relics. Only 3 straight-up relics because we got a extra patch auto in that first box. So we had tie-dye Harry Gant, purple Jesse Love, David Starr, blue Jake Garcia, Daniel Hemrick, tie-dye Kyle Petty, and then our mag cards, Josh Williams gold out of 10. Out of the first pack, the zebra print Ryan Preece. We got a blue SVG rookie auto. And Mr. 7-time gold race used fire suit patch auto, Jimmy Johnson. That was 1 of 10. So, congrats to everybody who hit again tonight. Appreciate everybody's support. Like I said, I've got another small round of packages that'll go out tomorrow where people had paid for shipping. Plus, if you hit a auto or relic in this break, your shipping is included. So those will also go out tomorrow. Even you may have had a package go out today, and you may have another one go tomorrow. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of the way they fell this time around. So that's all I got for tonight. Hope everybody has a great rest of your night, and we will see you guys next time.